the AGP for us was, and for most of the V8 Supercars there, was probably just a test session, mainly because of the fact that there's no points up for grabs for the championship or anything like that. So we were there trying a number of different things. It's unfortunate that James's car was unfortunately not there, for the simple reason that the damage that was sustained at Clipsal, we had to send the car home to be able to be, you know, properly ready for when we go over to New Zealand, because that is a very important round over there, being a championship round. In saying that though, what we did with Stephen's car, we did a number of changes on that. We tried some different brakes, etc., and a lot of different suspension settings, and we found things that we could use, and certainly found a couple of things that we couldn't use. But also with James at that particular event, because we are obliged, you know, not only for our sake, but certainly our sponsors, and we always try to do the best we possibly can for our sponsors. We had Denya's car, which was at the Clipsal, the 777 car, was completely changed as far as the outside look goes. It was done up as the Jim Beam number 18 car, and completely 100% of that was just vinyl. So that was a magnificent job done by the guys down in Melbourne to be able to do that sort of thing. So and to come out of the event with some result, like 4th overall for the day, for the week, should I say, was pretty good. And you know, we've found that we're getting a little bit more speed in the cars, and we can run up at the front. So because these cars are quite a bit different to what we've had in the past. The FGs are completely different because they've been designed from the ground up. They're built somewhat different to what the BFs were, and we've sort of, it's taking us a little time to be able to get our head around some of the alterations that are made. The centre of gravity is a lot different. You know, the weight distribution is a lot different. The weight's down a lot lower, etc., etc. So you know, a number of things are somewhat different. You know, the springing is quite a bit different, and because the car does have a considerable amount of lead in there. There's, I think James's car's got around about 83 kilos of lead, and Stephen's car's got about 75. So there's a big difference in from what we've had in the past. So we're learning slowly but surely, and hopefully that's going to really pay dividends in results coming up in the next few races. Well, at this point in time, the number 18, as I said, came back from Clipsal, mainly to be sort of stripped, and it was stripped and taken out and put on the jig at Robbo's place, who does all the repair work on all the 888 cars, and has done work on our cars in the past. Every vehicle that's been damaged to the extent that this car has needs to go back on the jig, and so we'll have that back tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening, or early Wednesday morning, and it will then be put back together completely. And we do have a sponsors ride day in Sydney on Monday, so that car will be down there just mainly to give it a bit of a shakedown. So we're pretty confident it's all going to be back well and truly ready before it goes to New Zealand. Hamilton's a very difficult circuit, mainly because it is a street circuit. The roads have been very bumpy. Obviously last year was the first year, and there were a number of things that sort of showed us that we need to change a couple of things. But they're changing a couple of bits of the track, I believe, to sort of make it a little more user-friendly, and certainly to give it a couple more passing opportunities. These 888 cars with our engines and that should run extremely well around there, because they're the sort of car that turns very well and puts the power down very well. And that's what you need on a street circuit, something that you can actually turn the steering wheel and it'll actually get into a corner, and then you can start feeding the power in. And I'm fairly optimistic that, you know, it's going to be pretty good for us over there. We had a reasonable run last year, except for an unfortunate incident that Will had in practice. But you know, I think all in all that these cars should go very well indeed. Mind you, the competition's pretty tough.